Chile is located in the southern part of South America, bordering the Pacific Ocean with a coastline measuring up to 2,700 miles long. The official language of Chile is Spanish, however, they also speak German, English, and some indigenous languages. The Chilean flag has two equal horizontal bands. One is white, which is at the top, and a red band at the bottom. There is a blue square in the top left corner of the flag that is the same height as the white band. Inside of the blue square is a white, five-pointed star in the center. The white band represents the snow-covered Andes, the red band represents the blood spilled to achieve independence, the blue square represents the sky, and the star represents a guide to progress and honor. Most Chileans are Roman Catholics. This religion has played a huge role in defining social and political life. Abortion is actually illegal due to the influence of church, and divorce was made illegal in 2004. Most of the national holidays that are observed in Chile are of religious nature. Some generations of Chileans still celebrate their Saints' Day as much as they celebrate their own birthday. Family is a major part of Chilean life. Their extended families are very close, and they will frequently assemble for major occasions and celebrations. Social classes play a huge role in the Chilean society. Chileans of European roots belong to the upper and middle classes of Chile, and the indigenous belong in the lower class. It is possible to move up or down in classes depending on the earned salary. Due to class structures, it is common for people to try and assume others' position in the social ranking. These assumptions are made primarily through appearances, such as how a person dresses. This results in Chileans presenting themselves in the best way possible. Another way that they determine which social class one belongs in is the way in which they speak. The upper class tends to exaggerate the way they speak, and the lower class speaks in an idiosyncratic way. So if one was to pronounce a consonant incorrectly, it deceives their social background. About half of the students in Chile's primary and secondary schools were female in 1990. Most females under 35 have equal or more education than men. As of 2002, 95.6% of women in Chile above the age of 15 have the ability to read and write. The well-educated women in the middle and upper classes are not only employed in traditional fields, but other jobs that could be seen as a man's workplace. These careers include, but are not limited to, nursing, teaching, social services, doctors, engineers, lawyers, and economists. Today, women make up about 51% of the population of Chile. They form about 37% of the total labor force. Women in Chile still work under less favorable conditions than men and make 65% of the income earned by males in equivalent jobs. Over the years, the attitude about gender roles has been led off the beaten path. A strong belief that women reach their full self-realization through motherhood is still present. This creates a ton of pressure for women to have children, even though they take great precaution to have fewer kids than their mothers and their grandmothers. The traditional dishes of Chile consist of a lot of meat, especially beef and chicken, with rice, potatoes, fresh fruit, or vegetables. Many would think that seafood would be the most common ingredient in their dishes since they have a coastline that stretches 2,700 miles, but it actually is not. There is an endless list of traditional foods which include pastel de choclo, which is corn casserole with meat stuffing, empanadas, a pastry filled with meat, cheese or mussels, and cazuela, homemade stew with beef, chicken, corn, rice, and potatoes. In Chile, they experience 4 meals a day. They start their day off with breakfast, which usually consists of a cup of coffee or tea with bread and butter. Then follows lunch, which is usually served from 1 to 2 p.m. Lunch is the biggest meal of their day, almost equal to a dinner meal in the United States. Around 5 p.m., they have an evening meal called an once. An once is another light meal that usually consists of coffee or tea and bread with butter, ham, or cheese. Dinner is then served usually around 9 p.m. The most popular sport in Chile is soccer. The Chilean soccer team won a bronze medal at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Tennis is the second most popular sport in Chile. The 2 gold medals won by Chile in the Olympic Games come from tennis. They have also won 6 silver medals in athletics, equestrian, boxing, and shooting, and 4 bronze medals in tennis, boxing, and soccer. The Chilean culture presents many do's and don'ts that definitely sets them apart from America. One of the biggest don'ts: do not criticize Chile. Some other things one should stay away from doing while in Chile is holding one's right fist at head level. It's a communist sign in Chile. And don't point with your index finger. Use your whole hand instead. And try to keep one's fingers together. If separated, that means stupid. In Chile, everybody dresses conservative and formal, meaning do not wear shorts out in public. It's always a good idea to show up 30 minutes late to a dinner party. Don't bargain in the streets either. It is illegal to sell something and not issue a receipt. One last thing, forget the dictionary translator when visiting. Most of the educated Chileans are fluent in English.